Uh, th- Welcome to Otaku Talk, everybody. My name is Chris, and me and my co-hosts Wesley and Jacob are going to be talking about some of our favorite things that we're looking forward to this winter 2018. Uh, Personally, I want to just get jump right into it. Say Happy New Year, everybody, and also that I'm so looking forward to Seven Deadly Sins season 2 officially, not Netflix season 2, which is 4 OVA episodes, breaking my heart in early 2017. But the actual season 2 of that show, which is supposed to be very good, it's going to be I think they call it the Camelot arc. It's very much overdue, being somewhat 2-3 years since Seven Deadly Sins season 1 ended. But I am kind of broken up about it because they went from dropping the entire season at once on Netflix to it being kind of just only on Netflix Japan and no other sites. Like, it's not on Crunchyroll, it's not on Funimation, Verve doesn't carry it. It's heartbreaking because I went and looked it up on Verve, and they have this weird Walmart discount version of the show called Seven Mortal Sins. And I looked at it, I was like, what are y'all doing? You know nobody's coming here to watch this. But I'll get into my disdain and things I'm looking forward to more later on, but I'm gonna throw it up. Wes, why don't you tell us what's on the docket for you this
Well, there's
season?
actually there's two primary ones that I'm watching this season. It's Overlord season 2. Finally, it's been I think 3 years, just like Seven Deadly Sins, 3 or 4 years since the first one came out, and it ended on a cliffhanger. Give or take, it was a reasonable ending, but it wasn't a great ending. So I'm happy that they continued on with this anime based off of a light novel series. And then Grand Crest War, I kind of was hoping that when I started watching it, I was hoping it would be more like another Record of Lotus War, because it's called The Record of Grand Crest War. I was just like, yes! God, I haven't seen something from this since like 97! Finally! Something else! It's not, but it's still good. I don't think it would really be up your alley, Chris, because it is pretty violent. It's got, so far in the first 2 episodes, it's had quite a deal of blood and combat situation. So, other than that, I mean, it's pretty good.
I can handle some violence. I just can't handle, like, you gotta eat somebody and suck their spinal fluid out to get to the next level.
No Terra Nova or Terraformers. So those are the two primary ones I'm looking forward to and have already started watching. But like you, I'm also really ready to watch Seven Deadly Sins season 2, because like everybody else, I was like, 4 OVAs is not does not a season make. And how it ended, how the first one ended, just was, I hated it because of how you were like, well, maybe season 2 will come up and it'll be good, and then season 2 hits and it's Ovis. And you're just like, well, that is not what I anticipated.
Yeah, that's not what I showed up for. Netflix, this isn't a second season.
These are small shorts of what a season should be.
Right, man.
Let us continue. Okay.
Or every American anime outlet hyped up season 2 coming out in January. You can't watch it.
You're just like, well, it's just like, I mean, again, Violet Evergarden is another one that I'm kind of really wanting to watch, but it's also Netflix Japan. Currently, they already have dubbed episodes done. Like, they pretty much finish them like a week behind dubbing them. And this is true for both Seven Deadly Sins and Violet Evergarden. Okay. I follow the VAs who voice these characters. And
wow.
We're like, yeah, I'm so happy this is done. Can't wait for you all to watch it. And it's just like, yeah, Neither can I. I got, what, 3 months to go? God, why? But, no, again, this season is full of gems. Like, old school classics coming back, and some really good new ones to pay attention to. But, enough about what I'm looking forward to for this season. Jacob, what about yourself? What has your attention right now?
Man, right now, literally last weekend, man, on the 13th, I got to finally watch Killing Bites. You know, the anime I talked about with the hybrid humans, where they get to mix and match humans with different animals. And man, the first episode, like it just starts off with going right into the plot, and it was so crazy. Like this, I mean, I'm being honest with you, Chris probably wouldn't like it at first, but he probably would love it at the beginning, man. Like he would just be like, this girl, she's a whole bunch of stuff's about to happen, and then like literally she turns up. Like I didn't expect it. You know, normally we wait for our animes to build up and then it finally gets into it. No, in the first 15 minutes of the anime, it's straight up action all day long, and that I'm talking about, like, that was a heaven. That was the first thing. I waited so long. I thought it was the week before, and I was like, yeah, this is the anime I'm about to get into, and I'm gonna stay on the whole time since this is first time coming out. The second anime that I'm staying with and just making sure I watch is actually Black Clover. It's been out for a while now. It's like episode 15, or and it's just like, I read the manga, so I want to see how they go into it. Like, yes, the English dub or the sub dub. Being honest with you, they have the guy Asta. They have him yelling 24/7 in the English dub, and it kills me. Like, I'm like, okay, man, I got my volume on like 7. Why are you like on 30 right now? Chill out. And it makes it hard to watch it, but watching it subbed, watching everything like that, it's really a good anime that I just can't wait to see for the future. Not right now, where it's in its baby stage. I want the future stuff. So that's pretty much what I've been watching this whole winter season right now.
I got you. Well, like I said, I promised I'd elaborate. In addition to Seven Deadly Sins, which is, I'm gonna watch it somehow. Uh, Everybody I know who watches out here in my neck of the woods has been really into Devilman Crybaby, which just appeared on Netflix a week or two ago. It's supposed to be very good. It's based off a manga from 100 years ago that finally got adapted
87,
again.
Thank you very much. I was just past the baby.
Yeah, well, right. It looks good. I watched part of the first episode with my dad this past Friday. It looks nice. The soundtrack is dope. Anything with a good soundtrack would probably get me to at least sit down for a few episodes, especially if you got a good intro song. It's really half of Hero Academia at that point too. But that's not the hero there. Some other stuff I've been looking into. The new Godzilla series on Netflix looks awesome. It looks like a better Attack on Titan from what I can tell.
You know people about to come at you for that one.
Oh, please, look, if you think Attack on Titan is good, please explain it to me, because I'm lost and I don't know how anybody enjoys it. But I'll get in on that topic at a later date. I want to watch this Godzilla series so bad. So bad. There's 100 other things I need to do this year. I just started school again. I'm trying to get my career up in order. But I also want to stay at home and watch Godzilla all day. It's like 9 degrees some days here in New York, so you don't want to leave the house. But whatever.
Going back on elaborating some more on some stuff that's out, or not necessarily rehashed, but coming back. Card Captor Soccer. Anybody that was a kid back in the 90s, I'm going to let you know, if you haven't watched the first 2 episodes yet, you are missing out. Hands down, missing out. The animation is gorgeous. The story picks up right after the events of the original anime. It is the same directing cast, the same art studio, of course, Clamp. They're all behind it. The same writer behind it. It is phenomenal so far. 2 episodes up currently, and I will watch it until it's done. I will say that I will watch it until it's done because that is nostalgia hits right there. Right in the feels.
Well, I'm going to throw it out there. I'm not going to lie. Never watched that whatsoever. Like, that was something I never watched. Never got into. And anytime I heard about it.
Bro,
Never. I just put it out there. Never. I was Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon from, like, I never even, wow. I just had to look that up. Never would do that.
I watched those too.
You had to.
Yes, that's how bad it is. Like, I'm into a whole bunch of stuff, but like, that's something I never even came across where I was looking stuff up. Wow.
Well, I watched all of those like you did, and I also watched like Foodon Fighters and the Vision of Escalfone and stuff like that in the mornings. I was just like, What is this? This show was amazing. But I'm gonna let you know that maybe as the show progresses, it might do some backtracking into her history. I'm not sure. But if you've never seen it, so like yourself, Jacob, or anybody else who's never seen the original, I can't recommend it to people who are new to the show. Because you'll have no idea what's going on. You'll have no idea as to why these characters have the type of connection they do. So you'd have to go back and watch the original one to kind of get caught up before you sit down and actually watch this one.
Okay. All right, that's fine.
I just wanted to let people know that because they shouldn't expect to be able to sit down and just get right into this one.
I mean, it looks like it's a baby version of Sailor Moon. Just looking at it.
Oh,
No.
Oh, God. Oh,
Just wanted to put it out there. Just wanted to put it out there.
Have you seen any Clamp shows?
I mean, yeah, but I'm just saying. I just want to put that one out there. Just it looks like a baby version of Sailor Moon. Just that's it.
So we've had you with Cardcaptor Sakura, and we've had Chris so far saying stuff about Attack on Titan. Man, this is. I could see the comments.
Man, it was real nice doing these first 2 episodes before we get disliked so hard that YouTube no longer puts us at the top of the search results.
It's like, whoa!
Before, I wonder what we were wondering what the most disliked YouTube video of all time was going to be. Well, it's us.
Hey.
No, it's going to be an interesting season. I don't normally get too into the winter anime too much. I like the spring and the summer series, the fun shonen action things that run for 8 weeks and are very bright and colorful. But some of these new shows look real nice. Some of these old shows that are getting new seasons this season look amazing. It's been a while since I've even seen anything related to Cardcaptor Sakura, but I might give that new series a try. I might actually go back and rewatch the old series, not gonna lie. I don't remember how it ended. I don't remember half the character names.
I would recommend the new dub that was done and put out by, who did the new one? Give me one moment. I want to say it was NIS. It was probably NIS America.
NIS America.
They with all because they do a lot of redubs. It seems like lately, and
okay,
I want to say that was them. Yep, it was NIS America. NIS America did a redub of the original series. So everybody who was back in the 90s knew that if you were watching a kid's anime, it was bad. The dubbing was it was bad. Let's just be.
You will leave the 4Kids animation studio alone. show some respect for the anime dubs
Right,
that raised
man.
us
It's true.
with the finger guns in Yu-Gi-Oh. The most gratuitous one, of course, had to be One Piece, where 4Kids actually
Yeah.
edited themselves
Yeah,
into
they
a
did.
corner.
Well, they did the same thing slightly with DBZ. Like, I'm sorry, I want to know how this guy has a hole through his shirt or his armor, but I don't see blood or a hole through his body.
No, that was
No, the One Piece edit was actually
right.
story breaking. Like they edited a whole character out of the show, but it was done at a time when like that person was a minor character, but one of the later
Right.
crewmates was friends with that person. Who the Straw Hats were supposed to be like, oh, we know them, we can take you to go see them, but now had never met themselves, and so could not take him to
that
see
was
how
really
this was going to
bad.
be a problem.
That was a bad edit choice.
And my question was, so nobody thought that was going to be an issue. But while we get ready to transition into our next segment, guys, we're going to try something a little new here, something a little lighthearted. We're going to explain a popular series plot badly, and I'm going to ask the two of you to guess what I'm talking about. All right, these are popular series, ones that have a little oomph, ones that maybe have some mainstream appeal. That way, people who don't watch everything religiously can identify with it. And some of them might actually know them better by their bad description. All right, let's start.
Yeah, ready.
Ready?
Let's go.
Let's see.
All right. So that's what happens when you leave your kids home alone. This is going to be a harder one.
That's what happens when you leave your kids home alone.
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon. I don't know.
Man,
Like, that's what happens when you leave your kid alone. We can't get a hint of nothing, man.
Serial Experiments Lane?
Okay, let's see. As for your hint, I'll give you this one.
Right.
I'll try to give a hint.
Right, come on.
Away. It's the person in question probably didn't want to leave their kids home alone. I feel like you guys. I feel like I might have jumped the shark on this first one.
Maybe.
Yeah, just saying.
It's Full
Wow.
Metal.
Okay, look.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I thought about that. I was like, is that Full Metal? Is that Full Metal? Leave your kids alone. The guy loses his leg, his arm. I'm like, come on.
It came to me too because I just started watching that again for like I can't even tell you the number of time like 2 days ago. Like I'm like, wait a minute, it won't. No, it's not that one.
It's too easy. It was too easy. I was like, it has to be something else, man. Dang. All
right. This one's more popular as a manga, but I'll give it on this one. How is he not an adult already?
Pokemon?
Dang. It has to be.
No, it's
How's he not
Detective
adult?
Conan.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
He was an adult. He became not an adult.
Right.
Yes, but that manga's been going on for
that's
30
true.
years. He could have aged.
That's true.
And the anime at this point in time has been going on for over a decade. So,
yeah, man, that's crazy. Okay, yeah, I give you that one. That was that one.
If you treated each individual episode as one day of his life,
True.
he just stopped, assuming he just solved cases non-stop. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Case. And some of these take several days, so that's not even possible. Assuming each of these cases took one day, he still would be an early adult at this point.
All right, that's true, man. That one's true.
All right, next up. Next up, I've got.
Dot 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 dot.
All right. Next up, I've got. Oh man, I'm gonna have to edit this like full minute and 30 down. So we've got all right. Deadbeat dad goes on legendary quest to avoid raising his children.
I don't even want to answer that. I'm mad at that. I already know. I don't even want to answer that. That was a shot. Okay, Chris. Those are shots right there. It's all right.
God, this is
No,
great.
go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
We'll say, what is Dragon Ball Z for 200?
Get y'all, man. Yeah, hey, I don't care. Goku is the best father in the world, man. He teaches his kids to be independent as soon as they're born, okay? Man.
Are his kids independent, or is Piccolo just raising Goku's kids?
Man, that's a great nanny. That's a great nanny. It used to be your rival turned nanny. That's something you can look forward to. Every man should aspire to be like that.
I wouldn't necessarily say it was a rival. It was an enemy that got his face beat in and decided, you know what? I can't beat this kid.
So let me train his kids. I'm sorry. See, that's all you got? No, man.
Sorry.
Come on. That's something.
No. Okay. I'm gonna try and go for an easier one this time, and this is. I'll give you guys a hit. This is another huge one. This one is maybe Goku's kids had it easy because you don't want parents like this.
Maybe
Goku's kids had it easy because you don't want parents like this.
All right, so we know the people are alive. So, wow, I'm stuck. Hold up.
There's.
See.
Remember, it's a big one.
Now, people in the
Attack on Titan?
No. Okay.
You don't want.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you
don't
that's
want Aaron's dad.
low key though, maybe you do because he did make. That's going into stuff. But no. You don't want parents like. Can't say. Can't. It's not no Naruto stuff. Can't be. See. What is it? Don't want parents like this. It's not fairy tale.
I think I need to refine this game a little bit more for next time. This one is gonna be, and this, you know what? Maybe because this statement was up for debate. This particular title is Soul Eater because your parents' choices are a homicidal maniac. That's death. Or a philanderer. That's Death Scythe. I really don't remember his name. It's been years. We never meet Soul's
That's
parents. True. And Black Star's dad is a terrorist.
Okay, I can
okay.
I can see it.
Okay. Well, it's more of not even that. It means it's a legit thing, though. This is a legit game. So if people are in the comments, y'all started to listen to the podcast, and then y'all automatically was like, oh, we know this, leave a message down below telling us when y'all did it. Because as you can see, me and Pro, it just took us 3 hours to figure that out, but it's okay. Yeah.
We might change this one up from time to time. We'll describe a JRPG plot badly or something else poorly to see if our co-hosts can jump on the wagon and figure it out. I'm going to try one last one.
Game.
Let's go. Thinking hat on. Let's go.
And let's try this. I've never seen somebody hate their new job.
Ooh.
Welcome to the NHK.
What? Never seen somebody hate their new job like this. Man, I know this one.
Well, it's an anime about working. I can
Right.
get that much.
What's the word? What?
I
No.
feel
Don't
like
give it. Don't give it.
again,
Don't
we
give
might
it.
be
Don't give it. I
I
need like another.
Stop it.
Don't do that. I need like another. Give me another 20 seconds.
we're
If we don't get in 20 seconds, you can take it out. You can take it out
All right, I'm gonna so that we avoid having
of
just a
silence.
pit of complete silence here. I'll try to talk through it, but I feel like this one might be easy if you watched the show all the way through or read the
See,
manga all the way through. But if you didn't, this one's not gonna be possible. I don't
it's a
think.
work anime.
This is
Hold
you're
on.
gonna kick yourself for this one, man. If you
Is it a slice of? Is it a
all
slice of
right,
life
man, your
type?
time is. It's a
It's
no.
straight
This is a
shonen.
straight shonen.
Man. Okay, yeah. Tell me.
Mm-hmm. Reborn.
Oh God.
I need to take a second.
Yeah.
I need to take a second. I
Yeah.
know I did not.
Jesus.
All right, man. Okay, that kind of. Oh, that man. I had that. I had it. Just like Full Metal. I had it. I look like you know how you look something up and you're like, oh, it's this. But then we're like, no, Pro mentioned something about working. I was like, nah, okay, I'll say that a back burner. No. You know what? From now on, I'm going with my gut, and I'm never going to second guess myself. Man.
We're gonna refine this segment more and more as we go on. If you guys have suggestions for titles we could use or for bad plots we could use, let us know. But we're gonna move on real quick, guys. It is not just anime we talk about on this show. We've got a wide variety of interests, anime and video games, both of the interests. What are you looking forward to playing this year?
Ooh. Can I start this one off? Let me see.
You go for it.
All right.
Go
First
ahead.
things first. I am looking forward to Monster Hunter World. That game is looking amazing. Like I'm talking about, will be my first time getting into this game because there have been multiple Monster Hunters. It's a huge installment. I'm talking about. It's just imagine going up against the biggest, the baddest monsters that you've ever seen. So just like how Chris mentioned Godzilla, you'll be going attacking Godzillas all day long, trying to hunt them and kill them and get materials to make yourself stronger. I'm talking about like I played the beta like a week ago and I fell in love with this game. So right now it has 1 to 4 players online. You can go and create your crew and just go with it. It actually comes out January 26th, and right now it's on the PS4 and Xbox One. For my PC gamers like Pro over there, it has not been released yet, so there's no release date for it yet, but it's going to look amazing when it does come out.
Let's get those mods working.
Yeah.
Now, I've never played any of the Monster Hunter games either, but this game
Yes.
actually does look kind of crazy, and I might pick this one up if I can get the crew together for this one. But Wesley, you have one? You have anything lined up? Because I got a couple of doozies here. One that I've been kind of steaming on, and one that I just found out about like half an hour before we started recording, and I need to talk about.
I was about to say you can go next. I'll finish this up tonight with that.
All right.
All right. First, I'm a huge fan of the Digimon Cyber Sleuth series in North America. The first one that came out like a year or so ago was amazing. It's the traditionalist JRPG, but it's got that Pokemon tint. You're going to capture, you're going to evolve. If you've played or seen the Digimon shows, you know how it works. Your Digimon get stronger with you. You can breed them out, and you can increase their stats specifically. You can strive to get certain fusions and combinations. This game is amazing, and they decided to make another one so that I can fail out of school this semester, so that I can do this instead of studying or homework. and be doing this at 3 o'clock in the morning when I have school and work the next day. But it's okay. I understand. It's fine. The other one, frankly, I found out about that one today. It comes out January 19th. We're recording this at the evening of January 17th. The one gripe I have about these Cyber Sleuth games is their pre-order bonuses are all things you might genuinely need in the game but won't be able to get if you don't pre-order, which I think is a disgusting tactic. But I'm a completionist when it comes to these games, so they got me. I saw it. I pre-ordered it. I feel ashamed, but I'm not. I'm going to do it again if there's a Cyber Sleuth 3. The other thing I'm incredibly excited for, because I missed the train on this one the first time, is Final Fantasy 15, the Royal Edition, coming out in March. The Royal Edition of Final Fantasy 15 is threefold. It is one, the PC release of Final Fantasy 15 with all the DLC.
Man.
2, it is an additional story chapter beyond the season pass, possibly giving players the plot resolution they were waiting for, with an extra dungeon, extra bosses, and extra story content. And 3, it is for people like me who did not buy and play this game the entire hype train time. It is the complete edition of this game with every single DLC piece that has launched, plus the new one, available for $50 US in March. This game looks beautiful. The PC cut of this game, the graphics on it, looks amazing. There's new vehicles and new things to do. I don't know why they decided to give the boys a boat. Now it really does just look like a Backstreet Boys video.
Wait, so are you saying you're getting it for the PC?
I might pick this one up
on
the computer.
Wow.
If they do the online play with it like they did for the console, you and I, man,
be nice,
we got this.
Man, forget y'all, man. I am not about to spend no money on no PC to play with y'all. Forget y'all.
Because I have a computer that can possibly run this. When I saw the description, they were like, yes, it's got native 4K resolution, which doesn't mean anything to me. I can't afford no 4K monitor. And advanced hair support, which is really what we were looking for. That's what was missing in Final Fantasy 15's first cut. The hair just wasn't good enough. We needed that advanced hair support to make this the game of the year. And I think this is it. Now, I know there's a lot of detractors. A lot of people are upset that they're releasing DLC outside of the season pass. But listen, y'all got DLC for one full year after the game came out. And then they're releasing a brand new story that could complete the experience for you for just $15.
Whatever, man. I don't want that.
We gotta ease up on Square Enix, all right? We're being real hard on them as consumers at this point, because we're mad at them when they give us what we want, which is a game with no DLC on launch. And we're mad at them when they give us the DLC we asked for. And then we're mad at them for doing more with the game outside of the season pass. At this point, Square Enix is going to slowly start to think they can't do anything to make us happy.
Until they release Kingdom Hearts. That's when they'll make us happy.
That game is also supposed to come out this year, but I didn't really include it in my things I'm hyped for because we don't have a release date yet or an announcement time for a release date. But Kingdom Hearts 3 is the latest game in the series that's been very dear to my heart. It's one of the only games where I think I've played every entry in the series minus Key, or it's called Union now, and Recoded.
Well, put it this way. I got you. I'm knocking on wood right now so that when, it comes out, we'll all be happy, man. It's okay.
Mm-hmm. When we hit November of this year and they announce it's being pushed back to 2019, I want you to hold on to that. I want you to hold on to this 34 minutes into this podcast when you broke everybody's heart. Wesley, why don't you wrap us up? What is Pro RPG looking to play this year?
Well, like both of you, Monster Hunter World has me peaked. But unlike you, I have played at least 2 or 3 other games in the franchise. In fact, the 3DS that I used to have was the new 3DS XL, Monster Hunter Edition. Um, and that DS game was amazing, I might add. But so that's definitely up there on my list that I'm looking into. I was really upset whenever they initially announced it and it had no PC release whatsoever, and then there was enough of an upcry about it that it changed. But here's some ones that are for the old school gamer that can't wait for these to hit the PC because these are coming to the PC. I think they'll also have a PS4 release. I'm not 100% positive.
Better.
Secret of Mana HD.
Okay.
I know it's getting a PC release.
Okay.
In fact, Steam has been hounding me about it since they posted it in December. They don't have, you can't buy it, but they know you like that kind of stuff, so they're like, hey, this is what you need to pay attention to. Shenmue 3. I've played Shenmue 1 and 2.
Okay.
In fact, Shenmue was the first game I had for the Dreamcast when I got it as a Christmas gift.
Oh.
So, I have a really special place in my heart for that whole franchise, and I'm glad they got it taken care of. So, that's supposed to launch this year, but I can't say it will, kind of like Kingdom Hearts 3. It's kind of be one of those things that when November hits, if it hasn't launched yet, I'm just going to assume it's going to be the next year.
Oh, Secret of Mana is coming out for PS4. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's either May or March.
Well,
I think it's a month that starts with an M.
The crazy thing is, they say it's February 15th. All right.
That could be for PS4.
Let's understand. Sony has claimed the RPG destination slot in the past, and really this past year, so it looks like they're trying to claim the RPG destination spot again. I won't be surprised if we see some other huge exclusives RPGs drop on the PS4 this year. Some JRPGs. I know God of War and a bunch of other stuff. Some JRPGs, some Eastern animation.
Okay, look. I forgot to mention this. Code Vein. That is a JRPG that's coming out. And it's PS4 exclusive, man. I am so happy about that. It's pretty much just like Dark Souls. Like, it's the Dark Souls, just it's just a vampire twist to it. I watched on Twitch about a month ago where they did like a 17-minute gameplay or something like that. And it looks amazing. I'm talking about, it's not just a regular open world, stuff like that. It's dungeon-based RPG. I think that's what the creator called it. It's like a dungeon-based. And it looks amazing. Like, the graphics amazing. You can customize your character any way that you want. And I'm talking about little details. Your special move, let's say your special move is like, you might shoot something. Well, it's going to change your character with his costume. And if you switch that out, you get to do, it switches the customization of the character. It's not, everything's not the same where you keep the same regular base of it, and that's how you just fight throughout the whole thing. It's, I just looked at my Twitter to look at it again, because it looks amazing. Like, that is something other than Monster Hunter that's coming out. And then, Dragon Ball Z Fighters. Did y'all? Well, I played the beta, I played the beta for like 5 minutes. Server sucked.
I've seen DBZ Fighters. I cannot claim to be good at the fighting game concept. I'm not good at it. I'm not ready to be in fighting game shape. But I will say that it looks amazing.
Yes.
It's one of the most beautiful games graphically I've seen. I think that this is going to be one of the fighting games choice. Because listen, I grew up in a Marvel versus Capcom community. When's Marvel was a legitimate chant I heard for years. And this looks like a good Marvel versus Capcom style game. The characters look beautiful. I don't know if you guys saw, but there's actually little throwbacks, little cutaways to the actual show, the anime, in the fighting game. Like, if you beat Frieza with Future Trunks, he actually does the whole animation where he cuts Frieza up. if you beat Cell with Teen Gohan, he does the one-handed Kamehameha as his finisher. Which is hilarious because, I mean, if they keep it for online functionality, it means if you lose a Cell, you're literally going to watch yourself die for like a solid minute.
I love that, man.
But it just like that's such a love letter to fans of the series, and I like when people do that because it's shows that you care more about just making a flashy game. You care about recreating these awesome moments, these things that made people go, "Oh my god, what?" when they were younger, or "Oh my god, what?" last week when they saw it for the first time animated. It's a better way to make a game than just throwing 1,000 characters in a character select screen and say, "Screw it, let's see if we can get this into an esport."
Yeah.
Are you trying to say something about some specific fighting games? Huh?
I mean, listen, we've had there's a few games that really should know better at this point. Like, I'm not gonna.
No, name names. Name names. Come on.
But it rhymes Street Fighter. And like this is not like Fighter Z. If it looks half as good on release day as it does in the beta with all this pre-release footage we're looking at, is going to be a wholesome, enjoyable fighting game. This is a game you would give to a child as a Christmas present. They'd be wild, or a game you give to a competitive gamer and they'd have fun with. I saw somebody pull off like a 40-hit combo with like Gohan and Majin Buu today. And I was like, yeah, wow, like I'll never do that. I'll be lucky if I can get 4 consecutive hits in on somebody. But the game looks beautiful. The characters look playable and balanced and strong. And the things like these finishing animation scenes and the huge cast of characters. What do you want out of a fighting game beyond all that, you know? Hopefully the servers aren't garbage.
Right.
As long as it's not like the beta.
Please,
oh my god.
Bandai, don't do this.
Well, let's be excited about this too, because the VAs, the English voice actors for Vegeta and Goku, threw down on Facebook, stating that they're going to fight each other.
That's good. I can't wait for that.
In Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
I can't wait.
And I really hope Funimation sets it all up so they live stream it.
Yes.
Like, I am praying this happens because this would be amazing. Just absolutely phenomenal.
If that event isn't live streamed, then the entire, everybody involved is the worst and paid money, and
yeah, man,
that's amazing.
Let's go over one more title real quick that's coming out, and it comes out in March. Ni no Kuni 2. Animated, the key animation is by ex-Studio Ghibli employees. I don't know where the story actually falls in regards to the first one. From the things I've seen and read, it almost looks like it takes place 500 years in the future or 500 years in the past in comparison to the original game. But the original game was great. If you haven't played it, I'd recommend it. It is a PlayStation exclusive, I think. The original one was. I'm not sure if it came out for Xbox at all, but I know it was on the PlayStation. PlayStation 3. But that is definitely going to be an extremely good JRPG, as is the next in the God Eater series that's coming out to the PC and PS4. Going back to what you said about the PS4 holding the RPG spot for the past few years, believe it or not, with how many companies like Bandai and Team Ninja and stuff like that are paying attention to how many people are on PCs these days, we're starting to get some pretty good exclusives ourselves on the computer.
That's true.
This is true. This is and if anything, 2017 I think was the year where in video gaming, if you liked a certain style of game, it came out for you, right? So and it came out on something you owned. Like the PlayStation 4 had a good shooter, had a good stealth games, had good JRPGs. The computer had amazing RPGs released for it last year, both JRPGs and non-JRPGs. But it's it's a cool time to be a gamer if we're gonna get stuff like this
I
across
have
the
to
board.
agree with that.
Yeah, same here, man.
Now, we're gonna move into a new segment again. Here, we appreciate everybody bearing with us while we try out new things each month. We're gonna give a quick spoiler warning in this. We're gonna talk about a show that many people probably enjoy and have watched, but some of you might not have finished. So if you aren't fully caught up on the series that we're about to talk about, we're about to drop the name in about 10 seconds. You can go ahead and skip to the end, which is about 20 minutes or 15, 20 minutes from now, okay? Wesley, you want to go ahead and take the reins on this one?
Let's continue on with that. Some of you also may have not liked it that much. Okay? What I'm talking about is Madoka Magica.
Oh, boy.
Everybody. I'm going to be hated by a lot of people. In terms of magical girls anime, it was all right. The animation, I will say, was pretty good. Pretty good. I did like... Okay, the animation was about all I liked.
All right. Now, the segment is called Unpopular Opinion.
Right.
Give it to us. Give us the truth, Wesley. How do you feel about this
I feel they
show?
wasted a key opportunity. They wasted and squandered that show like nobody's business. It took me actually many friends pushing me to watch it, because I tried to watch it 2 or 3 times to no avail. Like, I would get through to episode 3 and I'd be like, yep, I still don't like it. And then I had one friend who sent me down. He's like, you know what? We're going to watch it together. And I'm just like, we were friends. And so we sit down and we watched it all the way through. And I was like, you know what? It wasn't bad. Wait a minute. Did all of them... did they all just come back to life? What the hell is this? You know what? You know who did that in 1995? 9 times? Sailor Moon and the crew. Like, this isn't new. This is, like, I'm like, if you want real, like, combative... I mean, this was after Yuki Yuna came out. I'm like, if you want real, just messed up fighting magical girls, that's that anime. But this was... Oh, well, let's just repeat this section 15 times till it happens right. Till I say we're okay with it. Homer, let's just be fair, lady. You a bitch. Okay?
So what I'm gathering is you don't particularly care for Madoka
You're right.
Magica.
You're right. You know what? I have some negative feelings about it, but I'm always willing to listen to people who enjoyed it. And, you know, I know a lot of people who did. And I have a lot of people who have told me that I don't know good anime because I don't like it. And I'm just like, I need you to step back a step. You're invading space. But, unpopular opinion, and we all had them. You both had 2 really big ones earlier tonight too, but that's why we were talking earlier. I was just like, man, mine doesn't seem quite that high right now.
No, I will say that I think it's very easy for a show to become overrated nowadays. I do think there's a lot of criminally overrated shows in anime and real life on every channel that people... I look at certain shows, I'm like, why the hell is this a #1 show? Now, and I will discuss my unpopular anime opinion.
Same here with that.
But I want to talk about Wesley's
distaste. Really? Come on now. Distaste? Oh my god.
You totally screwed the pooch on that one. It's not a distaste. It's called disdain. And what really drove home my dislike for it wasn't necessarily the anime itself. You know, again, I was pushed to watch it. I was like, I used to run a business that specialized in importing anime goods. So I had to know anime. I had to know titles, and I was doing this business around the time Madoka was out. So I had to at least know the characters, at least. But the fan, and this is what's really going to be really bad, the fan base is what drew my ire. That's what really made me dislike the show, was the fan base. They were rabid. They were, there is no better magical girl anime than this. Well, what magical girl animes can you name? Sailor Moon. And? Cardcaptor Sakura. Okay, keep going. It's a pretty big genre, actually. Let's keep... at 1986, Cutie Honey. Let's keep going. I don't even know how that's classified as magical girl anime. But, It
sounds like your issue with the fans of the show is
that's it.
Not educated properly. Like they're not well versed.
Again, I'm an old anime fan, so yeah, that's part of it. But the fact that they think there is nothing wrong with the show itself, also, like, I'm sorry that it wasn't great. There was feeling there, yes, I'll give it that, but its progression of how it got rid of characters was too fast to make it impactful, and then the end happened.
All right, yeah. I'll give you the now. This is true. There is no medium that is beyond critique and that is flawless. If you don't see the flaws in something you enjoy, even in something that is your favorite, you didn't really
that's true.
digest it well, right? Because if you don't see the flaws, I can't really say you enjoyed it the most, because we enjoy things in spite of their flaws or because of their flaws, because we see their flaws as something to be enjoyed. If you think there's a show that is beyond flaw, that the creator and animation team and voice actors and everybody just did the best job possible, do you enjoy anything at all?
You just watch it at that point,
right?
You're just like,
because you're incapable of actually analyzing and critiquing, and if you enjoy anything 100%, you enjoy everything 100%. There's no notes.
Here's another thing. Again, like I said, I was running that business, so I had to know anime. I watched almost every anime title, other than like the 3-minute-long episode ones, that came out between the years of like 2012 and 2016. So that's a lot of anime for those of you who don't keep track of anything past the shows that you really like. That's more anime than you could really cram into your own skull, to be honest, and expect to be able to remember. But I do have one specific rule. If an anime can't capture me by the 3rd episode, so I will give it all the way through 3 episodes, I'm done with it.
Ooh.
Eventually I might go back to it. Like, I'm not saying I'm done with it entirely. I'm just saying whenever I was doing that business, I didn't have the time to get past, if it's going to take me 5 episodes to really get into an anime, I didn't have that time. I didn't have time to watch 30-something anime series a season. Like, it just wasn't possible.
Okay.
And keep track of everything.
Yeah, I get you.
So I gave things 3 episodes, and I'm like, Madoka, I'm surprised I initially gave it to the 3rd episode. Like, that's how much I didn't really care for it, because of it might not have been necessarily the anime itself at the time. It might have been the things that came out around it. There were things that just held my attention a lot better than Madoka did at the time. But after I sat down and completely watched it, I still found that I did not like it.
Well, I will say this. There is a finite amount of time something has to be enjoyable. And I've been in situations with things that are bad, and somebody's like, oh no, you just got to give it some time. Like, case in point, when Final Fantasy 13 came out,
I hated that one.
Somebody told me that it gets really good about 13 or 14 hours in.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so you mean to tell me that it stops being awful 13 hours in? Well, shoot, I'll tell you what. Turn on your stove, take out your biggest frying pan, let it get real hot, and put your palm right on the pan. And like 5 minutes in, you probably won't feel anything anymore. Doesn't mean you should. Doesn't mean you should suffer through this. Doesn't mean it's to be sought after. Oh, after a little bit, it's fine. No, we don't have a little bit. Okay, we live in an age where media comes at us at the speed of light. All right, there's 100 shows out each season. There's 1,000 games that I could be playing. I have a finite amount of time. I can't get to everything I want to enjoy and that I do enjoy. I'm not going to spend time on something I don't enjoy. That being said, I do 100% agree that if you're watching a show and by like episode 3 you're not at least vaguely curious or intrigued,
I really wasn't by that point in time, because when I watched it and I got to episode 3, and I'm like, is this really going to be that much different than any other magical girl anime I've watched, other than Cardcaptor Sakura? Sakura did not die. Oops, spoiler.
I give everything about the 3 rule. 3 episodes
hours
for an
for
anime.
a game.
I don't know, guys. I don't know about that one. Because, like,
the 3 hours
look.
for a game you have to give, because the 3 hours for a game, if you don't, you'll be like 20 hours in and be like, man, this game sucks.
The game wise, yes. But the episodes, like, put it this way. For Magical Girl, I didn't like it because of the dang cat. Like, that thing got on my nerves the whole entire time. So I understand why you don't like it so much. But, like, there's some anime, like Hitman Reborn. If you watch that anime, man, it took ages to get into it.
Well,
I have a difficult
relationship
because I loved Reborn, but I have to admit now, Reborn friggin' know what it wanted to do. It starts off as like some weird slice of life
Well, let
anime.
me ask you, how many episodes is Hitman Reborn?
No, but regardless, Hitman Reborn is like over maybe like 70, maybe 100. I forget right now.
See,
I read it. I didn't watch I read the manga. So, but to be fair, I enjoyed the slice of life aspects of Reborn. I just didn't expect it to.
Yeah, like it took at least 15 episodes to actually get into the plot.
Well, here's the trick, though. That was an anime that was anticipated to be long. Madoka's what, 12 episodes?
Yeah.
3 movies? It took a third. If I was told by people, give it to the 4th episode. It gets really good in the 4th episode. Guys, that's a third of the anime watching time for this anime.
Yeah.
You are correct. If you played Final Fantasy VII and 30 hours in, you're like, I don't know, this is kind of garbage. The intervening 70 hours are not going to be enjoyable.
Okay, just wanted to make sure we cleared that up because I'm not a fan of the Magic Girl series either. No. But like, hey,
No, that's not. Do not change that.
Nope.
No. I love Magical Girl animes. I have seen most every single title of Magical Girl anime released. Again, I've been watching for a long time, and I have a sister that's a year older than me. I got her into anime, and she liked Magical Girl anime. So I was just like, well, if we got to share our TV time,
we might as well just like it together.
You get these 2 hours, whatever the heck you want to watch, and I'll watch these 2 hours over here.
But my main issue is now, Jacob, you say that you don't think the 3 episodes
is not enough,
right? Okay, now can you explain to me something that in your experience you watched 3 episodes and were like, this is kind of garbage, but then they got you down the line, they hooked you.
You know what?
It was great.
Hold on.
Hitman Reborn.
Hitman Reborn. I waited so long for Hitman Reborn. Hero's Strongest Disciple. I'm not gonna lie, Yu Yu Hakusho was that for me for a second. I mean, like the first 3 episodes, I was like, I don't know. I liked what the concept, what's going on, and then it sprung it on me in like the 5th episode where he actually got, he came alive and became a spirit detective. there's this other anime. Oh, since I'm a fighter anime type. Ippo, Hajime no Ippo. That took a minute to get started to see his first fight and to see the whole training. So I mean, like, there are those animes out there that become classics later on. Regardless, I would watch all these animes again, no problem. But like,
let's step back and change this up a little bit. Can you name a 12 episode anime that didn't get you by the third episode and you kept whopping?
To be fair, every anime you seem to have not enjoyed at the beginning ran for like 50 plus episodes. So
I'm saying really, by the time it reaches a third of the progression in a 12 episode anime, if you're looking at it and going, hell no, this is not going in.
I'm trying for the people out there, man, because that's
for a marathon series, for something like One Piece or Dragon Ball Z or Ippo or what's that one that's the other one that was about cooking?
I know it's not Food Wars, right?
Food Wars kind of. See, if you liked Food Wars, it got you in episode.
Yeah, the episode 1. That potato. Oh my god.
No, it wasn't.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna hate myself. I'm gonna remember it later. It's fine. But for the ones that run for like 100 plus episodes, okay, you can give yourself like 10 episodes, right? If you don't like something on episode 10 of a 100 plus episode series, this is it. This is the tone for the show. I don't know any show that wasn't into itself by episode 10.
I mean, what about? Well, I actually like this anime, but I think it's called. Is it No Game No Life? Have y'all seen that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, No Game No Life.
I had to make sure. I was like, hold on, no. I'm trying to think in my memory bank, like episodes I had like 12, 13. No Game No Life was good. That flip of the coin thing always gets me every time I see it. I love it. Right? I love it. Like that. Like I was just like, no, he's not doing this. How does he call this? And then amazing. I love that. Yes, true.
Will never lose.
Man,
it was one-sided from the get-go.
Yeah.
They tell us in the first episode.
It's really hard to figure this one out about the 12 episode one, because most of those ones that you don't like up to episode 3, you typically don't remember until you're going back through, like Crunchyroll's stuff.
And looking at them again.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't watch this because you watched the first episode and you're like, I remember why I didn't watch this. Off next. It's really hard to remember the ones that you don't like. Like, the only reason I really remember Madoka is because, A, it was forced on me, 3 times, and then actually forced on me a 4th. Like, attempted forced, like, 3 times, and then here, you're watching it.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The one that I gave a chance to for the first 3 episodes, but ended up having to stop, was Terraformers, and not because of the gratuitous violence, but because of the gratuitous censorship.
Yes, I'm not gonna lie to you. I watched maybe 2 episodes of that, and I was like, I can't do this if they're gonna cut this shit out all the time.
Like, I understand you don't want me to see a decapitated head. Why is half the screen?
And that's why some people liked it because of the type of censorship they did. Like they were like, "Oh my god, this is hilarious!" Because look at this, and I'm just like,
"No, it's not a comedy."
By far,
not a comedy.
Like,
it's because sometimes you try to make something good, and it's so bad it ends up being good. Like the Netflix Death Note movie.
Stop.
If you've watched the Netflix Death Note movie, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh my god.
We had this conversation.
I know.
I'm not crazy.
Yes, we did, but no.
Yes, we did.
That will be my unpopular thing. I'll tell that right now.
No, that's not an unpopular opinion.
No.
Unless you really like it.
No, some
everybody
people,
hated
I have met so many people who like that, and I was just
were they people that have actually seen?
Because they were watching.
Man,
well, not only that, but they might have never seen the original Death Note.
Some people never saw the Death Note, and then some people who have. Man, I was so mad about that. I was just like, all right, man.
It would have been good. Had they completely been like, well, Kira already happened in Japan.
Okay. Yeah.
Ryuk got bored as hell It went to America and found this little crybaby.
Whatever.
To kill somebody.
But still, they had everything. Everything was wrong with everything. I just didn't like it.
I will say this. I think that the problem is with the Netflix Death Note movie. They tried to be an American adaptation of a Japanese thing. Like, they didn't try to make like an American anime movie. They tried to be like, we'll throw in every possible reference we can to the old series and ruin it. And just jokes. Just everybody acts incorrect. Everybody's a crazy person.
And then they immediately turned around and funded the Japanese live action of Erased and the Japanese Dad of Light to kind of make up for their mistakes.
I'm telling you straight up, if you watch Death Note as like a dark comedy on Netflix, it will be one of the funniest things you have seen, and that is my opinion. Death Note is supremely enjoyable if you don't watch it for seriousness.
William Dafoe, like, he did make a good Ryuk.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, his voice, everything.
Yes, absolutely.
He was like the only good character in that whole movie.
Yeah, he did.
That man deserved an Oscar for his performances, right? Because he not only did he provide a good Ryuk, he didn't seem offended that he had to do this. That's the true act. Because I think if they tried to make a thing where they made a Death Note-esque movie without trying to copy the exact story but put it in Seattle, it would have been better as a genuine movie. But they didn't. They tried to make American citizens act out Death Note. So it's a comedy.
Again, they revamped the story to either continue or completely alter the location and not use the same names, not done the same kind of storyline that they had initially. It would have been a much better movie than what it was.
Yeah, it should have probably been Ryu, like you said, Ryu came to North America and just did something new. And just brand new everybody. Except Ryu.
Legitimately, it would have been hilarious if we had seen, like, an American sequel to the Death Note series. That would have been fun. But with that in mind, if you guys who are listening to this have any suggestions for your unpopular opinion, your shows that you think are better towards the end of the arc, the beginning, or if you think we're completely and totally wrong for the things we've said for the past hour or so, let us know in the comments below, because we need the feedback to keep doing this better.
If you agree with me with Madoka Magica, also, please just let me know.
Please don't let him know.
Please let him know so that he doesn't. So that he
don't feel alone in the universe.
Feel completely out
Freeze.
in the cold.
Freeze.
Stand together against the wave of hate. Likewise, tell us what you're looking forward to this year. Tell us what series you're looking forward to this season, next season, what games you're looking forward to, and follow us online at our various things. You can find me at DemonDurrah pretty much everywhere DemonDurrah I can be. Wesley, you are on Twitch as ProRPG.
Twitch, Facebook as ProRPG, and it was already taken on Twitter. I'm at StreamRPG on Twitter. So
StreamRPG on Twitter. Okay. And
yeah, man, Anime Gino. You can find me on. Just started my Twitter and Instagram, and I got my YouTube channel up now. So go ahead, hit a follow. It's down below in the description.
All right, no problem. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up. We're gonna wrap up for this particular episode. It's been real. I want to thank everybody for listening and bearing with us, and let us know what you want us to talk about next time.
See y'all.
Have a good one.